Welcome everyone to the Trisbrina Show. Today we're diving into this very interesting type of breathing, Taoist reverse breathing. We have some other shenanigans going on today, but this is super awesome to expand your lung capacity so you can breathe better, so you can survive better, so you can increase and boost your immune system, so you can clear stress. It tonifies your tummy, and it's just overall really good for you. So we're going to dive into that today.
And what's really cool is how this topic percolated for today.
This is weird.
I think night before last, I was having a dream, and I don't remember. Usually I remember so many details, but it's been a day and a half. So, and I was trying to breathe in my dream, and it was like an elephant was standing on my chest, and I was really efforting to get any movement. And then I told myself in the dream, oh my gosh, that's how people are describing when they have the virus, some of them, that it's so thick in their lungs that, and I think the reason I dreamt it is because I was seeing how you should stretch and practice expanding so that if something happened and your system was compromised, it was in peak form. And then this morning I woke up at 5:30 with this random thought about it's the Trisbrina Show, and boom, it said we should share reverse breathing for the immune system. I think yesterday was like the first day of fall. A lot of times in the fall is when people start catching the little things, and so
getting ill.
Yeah, Tristan is sitting this morning meditating, and I turned to him and I said, "Hey, how about how about we teach reverse breathing on it?"
We're gonna let the dog chase the dog. Not so fast, Mr. Bentley. There's probably someone walking a dog out there.
And I said, "Why don't we teach reverse breathing tonight?" And he goes, "Why did you say that?" And he said he was sitting there thinking about teaching it.
Okay, it's a dog moment. Hold on, everybody. Because if Bentley's upset, then Winston is not sure what's going on. Okay. Upstaged by Cavaliers. So this is Winston.
And Bentley.
In case you've not met our dogs. And we're going to jump back into that in a moment. I just want to say hello to everybody. I saw you jump in there, Cher. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Barbara.
Bentley.
Hello, Ron. Okay. Just little terrors.
Mom, but Dad, there's things to
There's
see
people
out the
out there.
window. There's light
Hi,
happening.
Joanna. Hey, the tribe is here. Awesome to be with you. Hi, Jenny. You made it. Wow. Cool.
Jenny
Cohen's here.
Jenny, did you move to Tennessee?
I guessed Tennessee because I couldn't remember exactly where it is. So Sabrina, being
Curious,
not a boy, wants to know a lot of things. And I'm often asked questions like, where did they move? What did they do? Who's their new neighbor?
You know, those really tough questions like
the
so-and-so
stuff that a
moved. Where
guy
they
doesn't
moved
care
to?
about. And so she's like, where did she move? Where did she move? I'm like, Tennessee. Because it looks similar to Tennessee. Was I close? Was I close at all? Can't wait to find out.
He said your balcony and porch looked like Tennessee.
You did. It looked like That's Tennessee. I'm certain of it. Okay, so this morning I was sitting and meditating, even though someone was talking to me, and she says reverse breathing, and I'm like, why is she saying that? Because not only was I just calming and clearing, I was getting ready for my class that was in like 20 minutes. And I'm on the fourth part of a series called The Invisible Elixir that's all about breath.
What a great name.
It's a cool name, right? So we've been doing deep diaphragmatic breathing. We've been doing full body breathing. We've been doing skin breathing. What's that? And then today was the reverse breathing component that ties it all together. Now, she doesn't know what I'm teaching. So what's up? How does she do that? And so here's the interesting part on top of that. Is like, I'm like, that's just how she is. She just taps in, tunes in, and knows stuff. And I'm kind of used to it now, but like years ago, I'd have been like, what? How do you know? How'd you get in my head? How do you know what I'm thinking?
But I wasn't in your head.
She had already intuited it like, a day before. And it's crazy. Anyway, it's cool.
So we knew that
That's
was
what we're supposed to do.
Someone in particular, and it may be you.
It's you. you're gonna learn
It's probably you.
to breathe backwards.
And you really need to, seriously, this is,
it's really good.
in some ways it's like, how can that be as powerful as we're going to tell you it is? But what if somebody just told you that breathing was powerful in general? You'd be like, well, try stopping, right?
I've heard of that breathing thing. I guess I'll try it.
So did Jenny say where she's from?
Not yet, but she will. So
Yes, she did.
she did.
Connecticut.
Oh, see, I was close.
Yeah, East Coast.
You know.
It's awesome.
I've not been. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Susan and
I'm gonna
Sharon.
give it the
Welcome,
other guys.
everybody. So we had a goal to just really every Thursday show up and shine with this show. And what happened was a boot camp, a 5-day energy challenge, a home, like all these different things have been like flooding into our lives. And so we've been going live like crazy. And we've been connecting with you guys in different groups and stuff. So this here on our main page, whether you're on our website or you're on our Facebook page, typically, because we've been getting emails, what happened to the show will go on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And more specifically, some of the questions that come in, the best place to catch the Trisbrina Show, if you're on Facebook, is our Satori Method business page.
Yes.
We will share it inside of the other groups, but that's sort of like cable, right? If you want to go to the main broadcast,
You want to be in the
Then you wanna
main
be
room
in
in the
the-
show, like you are,
Satori Method.
live audience.
Yeah, so if we're not there, it's not going to be on cable or the group because we share
You'll
it in
see
there.
it sort of like a copy of this one.
Yeah.
But when you comment over there, we won't know. But we know that you're here right now in this group. So if you're watching from another group, if anybody in the team shared it, come over to the real page. All right. So all these beautiful things are flowing. We hope that your lives are rocking and rolling. The boot camps that we did recently were about growing an energy arts business. And then we launched into certifying in the art of Qigong, and that just kicked off. So if you're one of the new members that's part of that, welcome. There have been lots of new welcome orientation videos for you, so make sure you dig in. Today we dropped the first training. The first
Yesterday.
training is today Thursday? Yeah, yesterday. There'll be another one on Sunday. For those of you who are just part of our universe, thanks for being part of our universe, and thanks for being interested in this Taoist breathing technique. We're going to teach it to you like right now.
No.
We're just going to
And we're going to
to
do something fancy for those of you that study our business courses. We actually are obviously focused on
Fancy.
one portal, one camera right now, but we have a second camera. Oh, we can show it to you, right? It looks like an alien, right?
There you go.
So look, isn't that
If
cool?
you pull it back closer to you, it won't be blurry. There you go.
It's made by Logitech. It's new. It just like boomed when everybody started working from home. It pops out. It's obviously stuck on a selfie stick.
So we're doing what's called a split screen here. So you can see the difference in the quality of the cameras, right?
And the light.
In the light and such. However, this camera over here, this Logitech, does have some fancy little buttons and things inside it that we can use to make it look really, really awesome. So anyway, we're using it because you can also, I'll show you one other thing with it. Let's just switch to it. Watch. Oh, it can't be done now. Or can it?
Well, but we're seeing.
Oh, I know what I did wrong. I didn't show you the Logitech. I showed you guys. Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry about that. This is the other one that Sabrina was showing you when she had her the camera up, so you can see it is actually better color. The other one that you saw was the one that comes built into the computer. And so that's why you want to get yourself a nicer camera usually than the one that comes with your laptop or your desktop. It's usually not as good.
And we're just adding a second camera because when Tristan's gonna get his booty up and step away, he'll still be in focus.
Well, and that's getting a little more technical. The camera that we're using over here has to be in a manual mode. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So let's actually, before I get up, let me tell you a little bit about the reverse breathing. And we can actually do most of it sitting.
Okay.
So I can't go as in depth as I do in our full-on Life Force dojo, where we teach, this has been a 4-week journey, but I can give you enough in this session to help facilitate the practice. So I think most of us are familiar with and comfortable doing belly breathing, right? Diaphragmatic breath. So this is a muscle down here that moves up and down. And when it's shut down, we're shut down because we don't have a good pump circulating the energy, the not only energy, the breath and the life force through our body. So we want to get this pump moving. So that's really step one, is you want to feel like when you breathe in,
Pump it up.
you pump it up. You pump up the tummy. So here it goes, here.
You
And
pump
it
up
fills.
the volume.
You pump it up. And then when you release, the tummy flattens and goes down. But what you want to do with this is you want to feel like your tummy goes in towards your back. Okay, so it's a feeling of like it fills and then it comes in and goes towards the back. That's the muscles drawing in, but a little bit up. Okay, so it's a scooping. So for those of you who do different types of sit-up exercises, you're familiar with lifting, let's say the Kegel muscle, or some of you who know the deep Qigong work where you pull up from the perineum. There's a filling, Buddha belly, and then a releasing in. My belly button's here. I'm always focusing below the belly button because I want to focus on what's called the dantian. It's the energy vortex in the center of the body. So it's coming in. I'm releasing the breath. The tummy's toning in, and it's scooping up.
Okay, so what would that feel like in this normal talk? It would feel like you put your jeans in the dryer. You shouldn't have, right? And you take them out, and you know it'll be okay once you get them on. But so that first, when you put them on, that first zip where you're like, that's what it's like. Because you're scooping
You're
from
so
the bottom
practical.
up.
It's amazing. Right? Okay, so that's it. You're scooping to get your jeans on. Now, that's
You might have to lay on the bed sometimes to do it.
We can break this practice into 4 parts. So part 1 is breathe in. Part 2 is breathe out.
Put the jeans on.
Now part 3 is you're actually going to take your next inhale, but you're not going to let the tummy go out on this one.
Oh, which makes sense because the jeans are too tight.
They're too tight. So what happens is the breath now travels up into the upper chest. So the chest will expand to take the next breath. That's kind of why this is called reverse breathing, because you're breathing in, but the diaphragm's not moving. The chest is expanding and moving, which pulls the energy, more breath into all the lungs, and more chi rising up. So then part 3 is this will expand. Then part 4, everything will settle down and the tummy will relax. So let's review. Part 1, breathe into the tummy. Part 2, breathe out and slightly up. Now keep that feeling of up and keep breathing. This will expand up here. This is still flat down here. And then it'll come out here. Now I'm going to do a little hand kata, henceforth the other camera that will probably show this a little bit more.
Like from Greece?
Go Grease lightning. Not that hand kata. Okay, so we're going to get up and show a little bit more. And this,
Tristan watched Grease for the first time.
I couldn't believe I hadn't seen it. It was so good. All right. I think that's the right one. Okay. Guys ready?
Jenny said Connecticut, almost Tennessee. Yeah,
That's what I was saying,
his
almost.
geography is not too good. One time we were supposed to spend a weekend in San Antonio, and the
Why
signs
do you tell all the bad
the
things that I
sign
do?
started saying
They
Houston.
can't see you, just so you know.
The
You
sign
have to say
started
over
saying
here.
Houston, so we called it Houstonio.
That's where we went. We went to Houstonio. Okay, so let's do this with a little hand kata. What do you need?
Balance there, we're good.
Okay. So imagine here now that the tummy's going to expand with the hands this way, right? So
Speak
breathing
up.
in. Now as we breathe out, the tummy comes in and slightly up. This is flat. You've got to kind of lock this in place for a moment. Now you're going to keep breathing. Feel this expanding. Notice this stays flat. And now let it drop. Let the tummy relax on the down. Okay, watch again. Breathe in, full belly breath. Flatten, bring it in and up. Keep it going in and up, breathe up. Feel your lungs filling all the little intercostal muscles around the ribs. And down. Let's try again. So it's out this way. In. Pull up. Now breathe in. Breathe down and out. What this is doing is working like a pump, the chi upper and lower in the body. It's very yin and yang. Try again, breathe in. Tummy fills, breathe out.
It's like you're bloated.
You're like bloated. And breathe up. This is hollow here on the breathe up. This moves. This will, it'll feel like, let me try that again. I'm gonna breathe out, relax, breathe in, breathe out. Now watch, I'll try to show you, watch up here. It's like Superman, it fills up here. And then this goes out. Cool, there's your kata.
How many times should you do that?
I wouldn't overdo this.
I actually feel it in my back.
You will
I can
feel it in
my
your
back breathing.
That's
back
because
there.
you're drawing the tummy into the back, and then when you're holding that in place, and then you're expanding and filling, you really do feel the breath go from the base up. That's what helps the chi to ascend. So I wouldn't, in the beginning, I'd do maybe 3 or 4 of these just to figure it out. Okay, but that hand kata, going in, down and up, and hands come up, stretch here, open your chest, and then come down. It's a beautiful way to practice this.
Can you go through that again?
Breathe in, 1.
Out.
Out,
And
2,
in.
slightly up, keep going up,
Suck it up.
and then 4 down.
Nice.
It's an easy way to remember it.
Yeah.
You don't want to over breathe and get lightheaded. If you already have low blood pressure, you can get a little bit dizzy sometimes. That'll happen with Qigong breathing. I would work your way up to expanding the lung capacity. The muscles are going to have to stretch a little. The breath capacity is going to expand, so you'll be able to draw more breath in as you practice this. So in the future, you'll probably be able to very comfortably do 8, 9, 10. But here's what you want to do. Let's do one more together, and then just don't think about breathing at all. Just naturally breathe. So breathe into the tummy. Breathe out. Draw that in towards your back. Lift up. Breathe in, up. Pause for a moment. Breathe out. Now just sit, take a natural breath. Notice how your tummy wants to move on its own now. That's called infant breathing, childlike breathing. When you watch your little puppy or cat or baby sleep, their tummy goes up and down. That's how we're designed to breathe. You're gonna naturally, you've reset. Also, your whole body pump, your breath pump, is working more efficiently. I try this every morning. Do this before, if you enjoy sitting meditation, do this first. This will wake you up, and it'll get your breathing mechanism synchronized, and it'll get your chi flowing, and I'm pretty sure you're going to experience much deeper meditations.
And what are some of the things people have said it helps with? Acid reflux?
It can really help your digestion. Acid
and
reflux.
Your digestive system.
Yeah.
Crohn's.
Some people have said they've healed themselves of Crohn's. We're not making any claims here. Just asthma can help with that. It can help with just overall constriction, like weak lungs. So let us know how you like this. Let us know in the chat too.
I find that it, as relaxing as it is, it's also makes me very wakeful, because I can feel a lot of energy in my head after a few breaths, especially in the back of my head. In a good way. This kind of like tingling vibrations back here.
So those of you who are in the Life Force Dojo, you got a deep dive into that this morning, but I think for the whole community, we want everyone vibrating at the highest level. So I think it's important, don't you, that we share some of our secrets with our other friends that aren't actually in the dojo right now. And that's a really powerful tool. So remember, we do those 5 free days of classes where we teach you the tapping, the tap, balance, squeeze, shake, and flow, all that stuff to boost your immune system. Here's another tool. Please put these things in your toolbox. There are gifts to you. We've learned them over the years, and practice them.
Yeah.
They work.
Yeah. What's funny is we shared this in March on a live stream when people were going into lockdown and were really, first starting to look for things to do to like increase their lung capacity, so that you want to have that flexibility, and you want your lungs to be you want to be able to maximize them when you're healthy, so if anything happens and they're compromised, you're ahead of the game. So we shared that, and we were wearing our masks in Whole Foods, standing in line, and there was a woman behind us. Do you remember this? And she goes, "Excuse me, I just watched your show on reverse breathing, and I really appreciate it, and it's helping
here
me."
in Austin. You never
We were
know
like,
where
"What?"
the Satorians live.
And
They're
we
all
were
over
in our
the
masks.
place.
We were like Batman and Robin. We weren't
Yeah,
expecting
she
to be
could feel the
recognized.
vibration. She noticed the vibes. That's awesome. Cool. So how have you guys been? What's going on in your world? What's happening in your part of the land? Are things opening up for you? Are you able to go out and about? It's kind of feeling a little bit more normal here, but I'm hearing that like today,
It's a new normal.
the new normal. Okay, sorry. Yeah, totally. Our friend or kids went back to school today. They're actually having classes again.
It's optional.
Okay.
Yeah.
So things are opening for us here. People, we went and bought something today, and the people weren't wearing, the masks as much.
That was
naughty.
That was naughty.
That was naughty.
It's mandatory. Yeah, we had our first experience purchasing something on Facebook Marketplace. If you're on Facebook, there's something that looks like a little hut, and you can say, "I only want to see things in my city." And I found this coffee table that this guy had, and it's from a store called Z Gallery. And it seems
I don't understand Siri, and I found this coffee table.
That's okay. You don't need to worry about it, baby. And so he had a home in Austin and a home in Dallas. Oh, and Tristan's going to show it to you.
It's sitting right here right now.
And those are holes in the side. Some are mirrors and some are holes, and the top of it is a mirror. And
cool, huh?
we went and met him at his storage unit and picked that up. So you can get
Playing with my new fancy equipment. Cool, huh? Yeah. And if you're just getting here now, definitely watch the replay. We taught you some of the fundamentals of Taoist reverse breathing. Something really good for your body and your immune.
Mm-hmm.
So just a little update for those of you who think that we've already moved. We haven't. I would love to be able to do this. And oh my gosh, we're in the middle of clearing. And as soon as you start the process, and I'm sure many of you have moved homes before, you start finding stuff and more stuff and more stuff.
I should show him one thing.
Okay. What's happening though is this beautiful cleansing, like an energy detox, just on a physical plane. And we're going through things and releasing them and finding new homes for them and people that we can give them to. And I gotta say, it's so therapeutic. It feels incredible to release and create space for new. Oh, and we've been going down memorabilia lane. So this is somebody's... What is this?
So I was Miss Hampton Newport News, which goes to Miss Virginia. I was just going to hold it up. You can do it that way.
I can show it this way too. This will be
And
fun.
but will it have light? And then that goes to Miss Virginia, and this was the program.
That's so cool. She just showed this to me
Look.
today.
I didn't know I had it.
It's so cool. When she was dead.
Look at that.
So pretty. You're a sweet
Look.
little girl.
I don't remember what. I don't know whose hat that was. Not funny.
You like a little Frenchie. I like this one with the scarf around your neck.
Yeah.
And there's one in here was your glam. This one, that's like over there. That's like Hollywood movie star. So this is before you were in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's before I was in New York. Here's one more.
So pretty. Isn't that cool? So I'm getting to learn a whole lot of cool stuff about Sabrina. We found your not for sale pictures.
Yeah, he found my high school. I guess you have your high school pictures taken. Maybe you haven't taken your junior year. I don't remember. But I remember they give you a velvet, and I think they called it a drape. And I believe like everyone put it on, and it was off the shoulders. And I remember thinking, ooh, la la.
Those are Sabrina's high school pictures. So we've been cleaning house and getting rid of stuff, and it feels amazing. And I really enjoy the energetic shift that's taking place. Feels like there were identities in the past, and then you take those identities that are baked into material things you own from. I wouldn't get rid of those. Those are amazing to keep. But other things, and you're not that person anymore, like old clothes. And it's like, why are we keeping this stuff?
Yeah.
So letting it go has been a really beautiful
Well,
thing.
you know, we're combining houses with Keith and Rita, my mom and dad. And so that's where I got that pageant program, and then a scrapbook with so many newspaper articles about things that I did growing up. And they brought it here when they moved here 12, 13 years ago, and I hadn't seen these things since I was a kid. And dolls and clothes. She had a box of my like favorite clothes. They were so little. So it's been yes, releasing, but also for me looking, I remember the powerhouse that I was when Tristan was like, how the scrapbook of all these plays and this musical theater
oh my
that
gosh,
I did.
The scrapbook's crazy.
He's like, how many years was that? And I said, well, this is from 9th grade summer until my senior year. And it's like, I was like, well, how did I do so much?
You were driven.
I was having fun, yeah.
Oh, so that's final topic of the Trisbrina Show, I think, is the play comment. We talked about this recently too, and we actually have a meme. It says, let's see who can remember the meme. It has to do with play. Some of you who are in the class, let's see if you remember the meme that we came up with.
Was this Tuesday night?
Tuesday night. Sabrina started goofing. So I was teaching class in my office studio, and I look behind me, and there's
a unicorn.
A unicorn, like a fuzzy little teddy unicorn, dancing. And I was doing the qigong
sneaking
move,
around the corner.
and she's making them do horse dance squats and stuff. And I'm like, ha 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 ha. Remember to play. Qigong means energy play. And so I go and take the unicorn away from her. And I figured, we're done. I look back again. Now there's a duck. In the dark.
But you can't see me. I have it like sneaking around the corner. It was funny.
So I go and take the duck. Now there's Thumbelina.
Thumbelina.
And it kept coming. So it was a beautiful reminder to play. And we talked about snacks and playing and how important it is to have fun and be playful. And let's see if anybody came up with
and not have an idea of how everything is supposed to go. Unicorn, duck, Thumbelina.
It was, don't let your plans interfere with your play.
It was like a puppet show.
Right? It was and really important. Remember, like you have these, so I have my plan. I'm doing this workout in this order. No, you're not. And isn't that the way that God plays with us? And it's so important to be able to shift and pivot into the play and see the play and be grateful for the, even like, I remember one day I had made this most beautiful salad, and I actually was taking it to my friend's house and was going to eat it there. We had like some work to do there. We were working in the yard. And I'm carrying this beautiful salad from my car to the backyard, and it slips out of my hand. And it just smashes all over the place. And I looked at it and I was like, awesome. I had no choice. I was either going to cry or I was going to dive into the joke. And I chose to dive into the joke. And you know what? It was okay.
Yeah.
It's just a salad. It's just part of this silly, fun universe.
When I was in high school, like it seemed like the smart girls that came from families that seemed more sophisticated they were all part of a club called the Keyettes and the Key Club. And I was in the choir and in like the math club. And so I was like, I want to be in the sophisticated club. So I tried to join, and you had to get like 3 teachers to recommend you, and you had to get 3 Keyette people to say that you were okay. And then you had to participate in the bake sale. And I was just like, I gotta bake a cake? I have to freaking bake a cake to be in your club? Okay. So, buy the Duncan Hines, make the 2-layer cake, buy the can of frosting. And I'm carrying it to the car, and it was in the winter, and I slipped.
Oh.
And the cake went on the driveway.
Did you laugh?
I said, didn't really want to be a kid anyway.
That's a mental pivot right there. That was mental kung fu. Didn't really want to be in it anyway. You're so cocky. I love it.
And I quit.
You quit before you even started it.
Right.
You're like, wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be. I don't want to be in your club anyway.
That's such a Sabrina comeback moment. Oh my gosh. I didn't care about that anyway. All right, guys. It's fun hanging out with you. Today is September 24th. So we might be able to squeeze one more Trisbrina show in here. Possibly, probably.
We'll be here a few times.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I know.
She thinks she knows everything. She doesn't know everything. She does know a lot. Like 99% if she knows. But there's every now and then 1% that I know stuff. We'll see. That's what you said the other day. We'll see.
Yeah, Joanna, that was so funny. We were doing, I think it was the Qigong certification orientation.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
Tristan
said,
goes, I'll be the big buddy, you be the little buddy, right?
and she said, we'll see.
We'll see.
And on that note, it's been beautiful seeing you. Thank you, guys. I think we need the happy song. So for those of you who didn't catch the beginning, this is Sabrina's morning song. This is how she starts her day before she does her dance fitness class. I get to listen to this every morning while I meditate in my couch.
And I never
area.
thought it was funny till he started making fun of it.
Oh, it's funny.
So the kind of the way the routine goes is I turn on the song, I press go live, I look at the Facebook, I get the link, send it to the people. That class is like a lot of them are in their 70s and 80s, and they are not real tech savvy, so they really need me to send them the exact link. So I send them that link, so the song, and then I put my shoes on. So by the time the song's over, class is ready.
This is the song, and
This
it's
is the
all
song
about
I
happy.
chose.
And we'll do our best to create a fun song with you. Okay? So if you're ever not feeling it, this is what you do. He's going to be whistling soon. It's coming. Is this the beginning?
How do you get
That's
to
the volume.
Oh,
That was it.
oh,
Sorry, technical difficulties. The DJ. Play your happy.
I'm looking. Brand new day.
Okay. You have to wait a little longer. Here we go. You can feel it. It's coming. It's got a little calypso in it. Wait for
Here
the
it comes.
whistles. There it is. So very happy, feeling happy. I want to sing along.
La 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 la.
Happy, so very happy. Happy. Thanks for joining.
La 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 la. Wait, get our thumbnail.
Bye, everybody. So much love to you. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Bye.